What do you do when you're playing a 3-string chord and you don't want to play all the other notes because it doesn't go along with the chord? How do you mute those strings? Let's talk about that today. I just did a recording called Mary Jane's Last Dance. I was teaching that, and I was noticing how I was muting, and so I thought maybe I'd take part of that video and show you what I did. So stay tuned. Here we go. So what I did on Mary Jane's Last Dance was I did this ending where I did an A minor chord, then I went to a G, and then I went to a D, and then an A minor again, and then I played the A minor again, and then a G, and then a D, and an A minor. Then I did it again, and a G, and a D, which is pretty much like a regular D, A minor, G, D, and A minor. Here's the clip that we're going to analyze, and we will actually be stopping this at various points, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. Now, as I play this clip, I've actually got a backing track running, so some of the bass notes that you're hearing are actually from the backing track. But I don't want any of the notes that I'm playing to interfere with those bass notes in the backing track, so sometimes I have to mute some strings. Starting at the beginning, let's look at what I'm doing. Here's the chord that I'm using. This is the A minor chord on the 12th fret. You'll notice that there are two muted strings. One is the low E and the other one is the low D. Let's just zoom in really quick and show you exactly what's going on here. So you'll notice that right here on this A minor chord at the 12th fret, my pinky is muting the D string. I've got the A string open, that's okay. Nothing was happening on the E string, I didn't hear anything, so I didn't worry about that. Here comes the next chord. Now the G chord, right here at the 10th fret, I've got my middle finger up there muting the A string. I do not want that A string playing. It's okay if I have the D string open playing because that's part of a G chord. The E string, I don't hear anything going on, so I'm not worried about that. Now on this D chord at the 10th fret, you'll notice that my ring finger is up and muting the A string. The D string open is okay because that's part of the chord. Let's go on. Now right there at A minor on the 8th fret, you'll notice that my pinky is touching the A string. It didn't quite sound right to me, so I was just muting some of the extra strings with that pinky as I was playing that A minor chord. Now right there at the G chord on the 7th fret, you'll notice that I didn't mute anything. My thumb is not muting anything, and my first finger is not really muting anything. It could be muting something, but I don't think so. Now right there at the D chord on the 5th fret, I've got my thumb over the top. It's not pressing down on the 5th fret there. What I'm doing is I'm muting the E and the A strings so that they do not play. It's okay if the D string is open at this point because I'm playing a D chord. Here at the A minor 5th fret, you'll notice my second finger is up and touching the low E string. That's to get rid of that low E sound, so it doesn't interfere with the A minor chord. It's okay if the A string is open and playing. Here at the G chord on the 3rd fret, I've got my thumb over the top, and you'll notice that it's muting the E string and the A string. Those are strings we do not want to play during this portion of the chord because they do not go with the chord. Now we've got a D chord, and again, I'm muting the E and the A strings so that they do not play. Going on. Here we've got on the A minor chord, my thumb is over the top, muting the low E string. The A string open is fine. Right here at the G chord. Now, my thumb is not really muting anything. It's hanging over a little bit, but it's not really effective for anything. But my middle finger, my second finger, is actually muting the A string. I'm barely touching it so that it does not play at this time. I don't want that B note on the A string playing on the 2nd fret, and so I've got the low G and I've got the D note playing. It's a perfect fifth. It sounds beautiful right there. Now on the D chord, here I am again. Got my thumb over the top, muting the E and the A strings. Here on the A minor chord, same thing. I've got my thumb over the top, muting the low E string. And right here, what I've done is I'm muting the low E and the D notes because we're actually playing an A minor chord, and those two notes are non-harmonic tones. So just to make sure that they're not there, as everything fades out, I mute those with my thumb and my index finger. And that's it. Now you can go back and watch it again. Here, let me play it for you one more time so you can see what's going on. So basically that's what you want to do. You just want to mute those strings that you don't want as you're playing your chord. And it's like learning a new chord, so try not to get discouraged about that. You know, you're pushing down strings and then you're touching other strings. And it seems pretty different to what you're normally doing, because when you first start learning the guitar, you just push everything down, you know, or you just strum everything, like you play a D and you just strum the whole thing. But learning how to mute strings is part of the advanced thing that we do when we're playing guitar. So good luck with that. Thanks a lot. Hey, I've got a Patreon page, I've got a Subscribe Star page, I've got a link below if you would like to make a donation, or if you would like to get my Quail Studios Music and Lead Sheets book. Contact me, and for any kind of support, I give that book out with updates every month for continued support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with me. We'll talk to you later. Bye.